What is good, internet? It is Spirit of Paradox here, and welcome back to another video. And today we are going to be ending off the debut of the Ultimate Venom Saga in the original Ultimate Spider-Man. I also want to apologize. I am extremely late in covering this story and also covering other stories on the channel. I was very busy in 2023. It was a very hectic year, but now I've got time to start doing more comics on the channel. But if you guys are fans of the Ultimate Universe or the new one as well, I cover both on the channel. I'm a big fan of that. I do comics, movies, and video games as well. So make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on everything that I upload. And let's start the video. We begin with Richard Parker narrating. The first recorded mention of cancer came around 1600 BC, Egypt. A lot of people don't know that. They think cancer came along with cigarettes and food preservatives. They think we brought cancer on ourselves as a plague of modern society, but it's always been there. Since man first how to figure out to poke and prod itself, it's been there. Then you skip ahead to Greece and Rome. Sure, the great doctors, Hippocrates and Galen, first lifted their ideas of medicine from magic to superstitious gobbledygoo. But Hippocrates named it cancer as carcinoma, because to him a tumor looked like a crab, and carcinoma is Greek for crab, or so the textbooks tell me. Carcinoma. And slowly but surely we got better at understanding of human anatomy, then better technology, better microscopes, and then comes a better understanding of cell culture, chemical carcinogens, diagnostic techniques, chemotherapy, and boom, oncology is science. And when I was a kid, you got cancer, you died. Now, you have a fighting chance. But for me, it's not good enough. It's a battle not won. I want cancer gone. When I was a kid, I watched my bull of a father wither away in front of my eyes, and I had no idea why. Now, all I want to do before I die is I want to make sure that no kid has to see what I saw. I never want another boy to watch his father die and not understand why. And with our invention, the suit, we were treading on the ground no one had even come near before. Not Reed Richards, not Tony Stark, not William Marston, not Alexander Haddo, and it blew up in our face. Even before we drowned ourselves in the corporate cesspool of lawyers and weasels, it failed. I failed. The suit was our shot, kiddo. We thought we had it. We thought we cured it. On paper, it was there. We were thinking so out of the box, Eddie's father and I, and it felt good. It didn't feel like we were failing. It felt right. And I think by the time you'll watch this tape, you'll understand what I'm talking about when I say it felt right. Sometimes even while you're acting and trying something, you know deep down you're going to fail. But you go ahead anyhow. And then we see Eddie in the Ultimate Venom symbiote and Ultimate Peter Parker having this standoff in the playground, which is also the beginning of the Ultimate Spider-Man video game. And Peter asks Venom, Eddie, please tell me you didn't do this to yourself on purpose. As the battle goes down, Richard Parker continues to narrate. But that wasn't this. This felt right. I don't know. Talk to me in 10 years and maybe something good will come out of it, and I'll have a different perspective. I'll be sitting here, watching this tape with you, and I'll be laughing it up like no one's business. But right now, today, it stings. Today I'm sure that somewhere up in Greco/Roman heaven, the great doctors, Hippocrates and Galen, are looking down at me and laughing their superstitious faces off. As the two are battling, Peter is shouting, "Listen to me, Eddie. You're smarter than this. This isn't you, it's the suit. I've been behind it. I know what it's doing to you. Let me help you before you do something you're going to regret." And Ultimate Venom says, "Our fathers died to create me, and now you will too." Yeah, you said that already. And we see Ultimate Venom jump towards Peter shouting, "Now you will." Eddie, stop it or you'll... As we see Ultimate Venom using his tendrils with teeth to ensnare Peter Parker as he is desperately trying to break free. And while this epic battle is going down in Peter Parker's school football court, his classroom seems to be completely unaware like there is an epic battle going on outside. Slammed to the ground by Venom's tendrils. I gotta get out of here with this. Now I'm fighting supervillains on school grounds? In my civilian clothes? Without my web shooters? I gotta get Eddie off campus before somebody gets hurt. Or before the 3 people left in the world who don't know I'm really Spider-Man figure it out. Eddie, snap out of it. Come on, you're in there. Snap out of it and fight it. I don't want to have to slap you one. Eddie, you don't know how strong I really am. Seriously. Eddie, fight this thing. Come on. You did it. You can do it. You can fight it. And while Peter Parker struggles to help him, he finally smacks him in the face, straight up disorientating Ultimate Venom. Oh man, he's going to die in that thing. It's eating him. I escaped with the skin of my teeth, and I have big time spider powers. Eddie's just a guy, and isn't even in that great of a shape. This suit's just tearing him up from the inside. Crap. How do I get him out of there? I still can't tell if he wants out. Eddie, let me help. Just give me a sign that you can hear. And then we see Ultimate Venom hit him with one of his tendrils, sending Peter flying. And then we see him trying to get back on his feet, and then Ultimate Venom comes back for more. You know what? That is it. Peter loses it and decides to take this to another place, jumping over Ultimate Venom and away from the school court. Ultimate Venom sees what Peter Parker is doing and decides to give chase to him, imitating the way that he moves as Spider-Man. But one other thing about this page which is quite special, there is an Easter egg here. In this page, and we see in the bottom left panel, we see Ultimate Venom with the spider symbol on his chest, even though he doesn't actually get the spider symbol anywhere in this comic run. But just a little Easter egg there. God, look at him. Look at that. Eddie is in control of that. It's just imitating anything that I do. What? Does it have a biological memory? Or is it just feeding off of Eddie's brain? Or both? Or what? How could he do this to himself? Did he do this to himself on purpose? How many friends do I have to lose to this superhero crap? Harry, MJ, now this? And he's so angry at me. He's so angry at me that he would kill me? Is he really like that? Or is it just the suit? Did the suit just totally drive him insane? Is that the deal? Oh man, here we go. As we see Ultimate Venom hunting Peter Parker down, finally doing so. And they're about to have a showdown on top of the roof. Just to let you know, I have been reliving this moment with my action figures. And you can hate me all you want, I'm having the best time ever. We see Ultimate Venom and Peter Parker jump towards each other and battling it out, both swinging at each other. But knowing Ultimate Venom being the stronger being, he manages to somewhat disorientate Peter Parker with a single punch to the face. And while this happens, they both manage to fall off the roof, and we see Ultimate Venom strangling him before they fall to the ground. As the two are descending, they both hit telephone wire and manage to zap Ultimate Venom, and then land on somebody's car, causing a crash, and then the driver of the car manages to crash into a building. Oh no! Oh no! I brought this fight out where people are. Innocent, damn it! So stupid. If anybody gets hurt, this is my fault. You people, hello? What does it take for you to run for your lives? As we see Eddie slumped and crashed in between the building and the car. Eddie? Peter. We see Eddie trying to get to Peter, or trying to talk to him, as the symbiote is unflayed around his head. Eddie, come on, man. Come on. Oh, Eddie, thank God. As Peter has a moment of relief, Ultimate Venom takes over again, overcoming Eddie's face and getting ready to fight Peter once more. In a surprise attack, the Ultimate Venom symbiote tries to take over Peter completely. Peter screams and desperately tries to get away from it, but all fighting seems futile, as the symbiote takes over him completely, and both of the panels turn black. Peter refuses to give up, and shouts for his friend's name, Eddie. But both Eddie and the symbiote speak back to him, and it says, "How does it feel now? Look at you now. Look at you now. A thief and a liar. You knew, Parker. You knew my father had created. My father was a genius." "I don't," says Peter. "No, killing me." "I have to. It needs you. It needs to survive. It needs you more than me. I can't do it alone. It needs you." As we see the symbiote continue to take over Peter and consume him completely, as he shouts, "No, this is all your fault." And then the panel turns black. Boom! Peter Parker bursts out of the back of Ultimate Venom, shouting "No." And then we see the exposed electrical cord, and then Venom shouting, "Needs you, needs you. You hear me, Parker?" And then we see Peter come in with this spare tire from out of nowhere and smacks Eddie in the face, or Ultimate Venom in the face, knocking out his teeth and severing his tongue, and he tells him, "Sit down, Eddie." This mighty attack sends Ultimate Venom flying near the exposed electrical cords, but then we also see a police car turn up. It's not too late to stop this. We can... You lied to me. Okay, duly noted. But then we see the police come out with guns, and they say, "Lie on the ground with your hands over your head." And then we see Peter looking scared. "Both of you on the ground now. Just hold on a second. Listen, this is..." And then they start firing shots. What the hell is that? As we see the police officers shooting the living crap out of Ultimate Venom, Peter manages to get to a safe distance and hides upon a wall. And we just see Venom getting shot up, and he's just taking it and roaring. "Oh my God," says the other police officer, and we see one of them with a shotgun, and they're just laying all down on Venom, and Peter's just watching all of this happen. Richard Parker's narration continues. "Oh Peter, I have all of these things in my head, all of these things I want to say, things I think as your father you'll need to hear. You're going to find that there are people in this world, people you're going to look at and say, why is this person like this? Why did this person do that to themselves? And I swear to you, if you stare at them for 50 years, you'll never understand why they are." And then we see Ultimate Venom walk onto one of the electrical cords and getting fried. Ultimate Venom is defeated, and the only thing remaining is a bunch of purple ooze and smoke. But the narration from Richard Parker continues. "I have people like that in my life. People who are just their worst own enemy. And instead of dealing with it, coming to terms with it, all they do is lash out at you, blame you for their own problems, for their own whatevers. Don't let them, Peter. Don't let other people blame you for what they do to themselves. I feel that as your father, that I have to warn you of these chaotic mess you are growing up into. And it is a mess. People everywhere reacting without thinking, lashing out, and they don't even know why." And as this narration is going down, the police inspect the purple ooze of Venom and see he's no longer a problem. And then they start pointing their guns at Peter as they see him on the wall, and they tell him, "Get on the ground now," as they start shooting at him. And one of the police officers even tries to call for backup, but luckily, Peter gets away. Everyone trying to be more than what they are, which would be fine if they actually earned it, but more and more, it isn't the case. And that just drives me nuts. I find myself surrounded by people who will do or say anything just for an appearance that they are better than what they are, more than what they are. Never for a second do they actually try to be better. They just want to appear better. They want to be special without actually going through the trouble of actually earning it. And if you have millions of people running around like this, well, then what do you have? What kind of world is that? I just see the future. I see corporate greed swallowing medical advancements. I see the ground standing or the grandstanding. And I just... Okay. Listen to me go on like I know how the world works. If I knew how the world worked, I'd be in a lab with a cure for cancer instead of sitting here in front of a camera whining. I would have my project. I can't help it. It's been a rough year, Peter. But I tell you, no matter how crappy things got with this whole mess, I find myself not really caring all that much. Because at the end of the day, bottom line, no matter how bad my day is, I get to come home and see you. I get to watch you grow up. So how bad can my day be? Just knowing I get to watch you become the man I know you're going to grow up to be. All this other stuff, it just doesn't matter. All that matters to me is you, Peter. You and your mom. And I can't wait to see how you turned out. And that, people, is the end of Ultimate Spider-Man issue 38 and the climax to the Ultimate Venom Saga. So, what are my thoughts on this storyline? So, I would say I actually really loved this storyline, even though it was a lot more character driven than action orientated. This was actually how I figured out who Ultimate Venom was, and it was through the video game on the PlayStation 2. I believe I got that for a Christmas. I think it was like 2004 or 5 or 6, around them years there. Got it for the PlayStation 2, and I still love this story. Even though I would say Eddie Brock in this universe was pretty one note for the most part, other than his history with his family and Peter Parker's family, he didn't really get a lot of character development. In fact, I would say after Ultimate Beetle hoovered him up, we never really saw him again after that. But we did see him again in War of the Symbiotes, of course, and that was the last appearance of him. But overall, I really did enjoy the character of Ultimate Venom. So in this universe, it isn't symbiotic, it's more of a cancerous relationship between the host and the symbiote here. Love the design. Very unstable and not smooth looking like the main Marvel universe as well. Has tendrils with teeth, you know, kind of giving us that Lovecraftian vibe to it. Love this design. But I've also got to say is the narration from Richard Parker throughout this story. And basically, if you guys haven't figured it out, them two who created the symbiote or the suit originally, they thought it was going well because when they put on the suit, it was genetically designed for their DNA and it all went well for them. But when it came down to testing, it didn't go well and it kept failing. So that is also a thing there, but I really like this. I really like how in this universe, Venom was really tied to the Parker family legacy. And I think that was a really cool concept, but I don't think they're going to relive this in the Ultimate Universe or in the new one. But though, I actually do have a theory that this Ultimate Venom symbiote has managed to make its way all the way to this new Ultimate Spider-Man, or 6160 Ultimate Spider-Man. You know, when we saw that Picto stealth suit at the very end of the issue, that could possibly be Ultimate Venom, and I've actually got a theory for that coming very soon. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yes, I highly recommend you guys read the Ultimate Venom Saga and Ultimate Spider-Man. It is a classic in my eyes, but it does have its flaws. Hope you guys see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.